Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we're talking about WWE Friday Night Smackdown that took place on November 7th, 2025 at the Salt Lake City, Utah location, and it was at the Delta Center. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. I was at my friend's house when I was watching Friday Night Smackdown, so hopefully I remembered everything when I wrote down all my little cliff notes on this paper. I do know that WWE Smackdown started off with Cody Rhodes coming in the ring and talking about how he is still the world champion, how he is putting Drew McIntyre in the back burner, he doesn't want to face him anymore, he wants to get done with Drew and move on to the next challenger. He's going to go back and chill in his, bus and shit like that and watch SmackDown from a monitor. Well, that wasn't going to happen because Aleister Black with Zelina Vega came out and he's like, nah, dog, I want to face you one-on-one. I want to beat the shit out of you. And you know what? Cody's like, but guess what? Zelina Vega slapped him in the face. And then Nick Aldis came down and was like, okay, tonight for the main event, it will be Aleister Black versus the undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes. So, yeah, look, it's a little different. There's no Drew McIntyre thrown in the equation, which is pretty shitty. I like Drew, but it is a different scene for Cody Rhodes. Then we had our United States Open Challenge match. We had Ilya Dragunov, and he said, anyone who wants to face me, come on down. Out came Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano of DIY. And when Tommaso Ciampa's like, all right, I'm going to face you, Dragunov's like, no, dude, I ain't facing you. And like, brush, and said, I'm going to face Johnny Gargano. And you know what? He beat Johnny Gargano with that crappy goddamn H-punch, and the match was pretty good. I'm going to give this match a down, because I cannot stand Ilya Dragunov. I just don't understand why Tommaso Ciampa is not just given the opportunity against Ilya Dragunov to just get this done and over with. There is no reason for this shit to drag on. I don't know what WWE is doing. Ilya Dragunov, I can't even stand him. He does all these... I'm just not a big fan. All right, anyway, we had our new women's champion, Jade Cargill, coming out. She went into the ring and basically was like, I'm the baddest bitch. I'm going to beat everybody in the back. Don't step up to me. And then she left the ring. So, okay. And as she was leaving the ring, out came Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, because she had a match against, what's-her-face, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair. So they had a nice match. I should only say it's a nice match because we got to see two little itty-bitty nip slips from Charlotte Flair during the match. And then you had some other lady who came out. I think her name was Lash Legend, beat up Alexa Bliss, which distracted Charlotte Flair. And then Charlotte Flair got the Annihilator, and Nia Jax got the 1-2-3 beating her. This match, I'm just going to have to give it an up because we talked nip slips. And I like some nip slips, baby. And in the back, Jade Cargill was just like angry as shit. And B-Fab and Michonne were there. And they were talking shit on, Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill's like, okay, B-Fab, you want to talk shit next week on SmackDown, I'm going to beat your ass. So I hope Jade Cargill comes out and annihilates. No pun intended with the Nia Jax shit. B-Fab. I can't stand B-Fab either. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people in WWE I just can't stand. Okay, so I already talked about that. Nia Jax won that match. Then we had the United States Women's Championship match. Giulia with Kiana James, which she's going to get an kiss Kiana James's mwaha. And versus Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. I don't know what happened to Piper Niven. I think she may have been injured. To make a long story short, Chelsea Green, she is the mixed AAA Tag Team Champion with Ethan Page, and he is the NXT North American Champion, so I'm sorry, folks. People were so behind Chelsea Green, and she needed this title win, just so she could have the United States Championship title and the AAA Tag, Mixed Gender Tag Team Champion, and she did. She won with a roll-up, Kiana James, she distracted Chelsea Green, and then Alba Fire hit her, and then Giulia did like a baseball slide and hit her, and then Chelsea Green cheated, put her feet on the ropes, got the 1-2-3. There's your new United States champion. Come on. It's getting it up, folks. It's getting up. Chelsea Green is just great. I love it. It is just too fantastic. And then we had the Rey Fenix versus Tala Longa. I guess what, folks? I was right. His name is Tala Longa, the tall MFT. Tala Longa dominated most of the match. Rey Fenix kind of, was able to get some offense on him, and then got caught in a dive, and then got powerbombed through the mat, and then he got a chokeslam by Tagualonga, and it was a 1-2-3. Rey Fenix lost, and after the match, the MFTs attacked Rey Fenix, and then Sami Zayn hit the ring with a chair, and I know this is going to lead up to some kind of shitty War Games match at the Survivor Series. In my opinion, I think Rey Fenix just needs to go to Raw and team up with his brother, Penta, because Rey Fenix is not getting the justice that he deserves. He didn't get it in AEW, and he's certainly not getting it in WWE. Even though I think the MFTs are kind of funny, I don't know. The Wyatts are always creeping up behind him and shit. That match is getting it down, by the way. I know I didn't give it up or down, but it's getting it down. All right, and now, finally, let's talk about our final match of the night. We had Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black with Zelina Vega. Now, I did write some notes on this since I was able to watch this. Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black traded hip tosses, gourd buster by Rhodes. Aleister Black countered Rhodes' drop down uppercut with an armbar. Aleister Black booted Rhodes off the apron. There was a break, but then we came back from the break. Aleister Black was beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Aleister Black ran into a power slam and by Rhodes. Rhodes landed a disaster kick. Black got kicked out at a 2 count. Black escaped a crossroads and blasted Rhodes with a PK. Rhodes kicked out at a 2. Cody Rhodes was able to get a Cody cutter. Black kicked out of that one on a 2. After a series of reversals, both men landed big boots simultaneously. And while both men were down, here's my favorite part of the whole fucking match. And if you don't think this was funny, Drew McIntyre appeared out of nowhere and Claymored the shit out of the referee. Claymored the shit out of the referee. This is the same fucking referee who called the match on the Saturday Night Main Event who screwed over Drew McIntyre, apparently, and stopped him from, Claymore and Cody Rhodes at the other event. I can't remember when it was, and he blocked him from doing that shit. So it was hilarious. Drew McIntyre is just too fucking funny. And then after the match, Aleister Black and Drew McIntyre just started beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes. And then here came Damian Priest, who I'm sure no one gave 2 shits about, to make the save. And then Nick Aldis came down to the ring and told McIntyre he had enough of it and that he is suspended indefinitely. Now, who cares? Drew McIntyre is just fucking straight fire. The match is getting it up because before Drew McIntyre interfered and hit the ref with the Claymore, it was a banging match. But Drew McIntyre hitting the fucking ref is definitely going to get it up. That is just fucking funny. Out of nowhere, he hit him. Like, Claymore kick out of nowhere onto the referee. I don't know what's going to happen next week. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm glad that Cody Rhodes is facing someone different. But Drew McIntyre, man, come on. Drew is just too husky. Overall, I'm going to have to give this Smackdown an because we got a nip slip by Charlotte Flair. We got Kiana James looking sexy as shit. And Drew McIntyre with that banging ass Claymore. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me at the 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time. We'll give more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.